Hi everyone, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping in. I'm Rena, and in today's boxes and deals, I'm gonna kind of do a two-in-one video, unboxing and an update. I've only posted a couple videos in the last week. Before that, it had been a couple months, and I will tell you why. And I will also show you my Gogh Jewelry Manifestation box and Mother Earth Wrap Club for the month of October, and it is a very special theme that kind of goes along with my update, so I'm going to do both at the same time. If you want to see what jewelry I got in these two subscriptions, as well as hear more about what's been going on, please stay tuned. I'll show you the pieces first. That way, if you just want to see the unboxing part, that's totally fine. So we'll start with the Manifestation box, and these are both monthly subscriptions. You can get them both or one or the other. They are the same price, and I'll go over that in a minute. But the Manifestation box comes like this. She always has a cute little 3D sticker in there. This time it is a feather, very pretty. And excuse my air conditioner, only hopefully a few more weeks of that. Then it'll be the heater pretty soon. So she always writes a personalized note with the box, and it says, Rena, in this dealing with loss practice, I prepared you tools to cope with the unavoidable feeling of sadness when loved ones leave us. It's also an opportunity to reflect on our own lives. So the theme for the month is dealing with loss. And for those of you that have seen updates, you'll understand why this was like a very meaningful theme for me. But you will receive in this box a necklace, a bracelet, and a stone that will go along with the theme. You will also receive 2 postcards to go along with it. One to keep and one to give to someone. And this one says, grief is the price we pay for love. That's quoted by Queen Elizabeth II. And then you will also receive a story behind the theme, and it's all printed out for you like this, as well as an astrology for your month and your birth date. It is a personalized subscription because not only will you have your birth date, but you also get to choose the size of bracelet and length of necklace. So there are choices. 5-inch bracelet would be an extra small, all the way to extra large, which would be a size 9-inch. Would be 9-inch for extra large. But you can also custom if you need it to be bigger or smaller. Just measure. She'll tell you how to measure your wrist, and you can let her know. And then the necklace, you get to choose a 16, 18, or 24-inch length of necklace. And in the box, it looks like this. It's already just so pretty, just opening it up like a treasure. And the necklace actually looks like it could be worn as a bracelet as well, because as like a kind of double wrap. This is gorgeous. And it's a shorter necklace, which I love shorter necklaces. So we'll put that on, and then it shows the stone, but let me show them to you up close first before I put it on. So these are called Eagle Eye, and she always includes the little cards with the stones to tell kind of what their benefits are, or what they represent. And if you just like the jewelry for the beauty of the jewelry, that's okay too. But I'll go ahead and read that. It says, the Eagle Eye is one of nature's most stunning gems. This stone is especially helpful for those who have experienced trauma. Its energy inspires faith in one's own abilities and a belief that everything is possible with enough hard work. So the Eagle Eye gemstone opens our eyes to the truth that we are not merely spectators in this world, but rather its architects. But also God created, in my belief, God created the earth and the gemstones and the energies that they give off, because we're all part of the earth. The stones are part of the earth, and I believe that there is a scientific energy that he created with everything. Everything has a flow. And so that's the clasp. All right, and that's what it looks like on. I love the colors in it. There's some grays and even some kind of warm gray hues, some darker gray, even some kind of bluish gray. So that's really cool. The stone, the palm stone that came with this box, isn't that gorgeous? That is a selenite. A selenite is one of the most important tools in any energy worker or crystal lover's arsenal. Through clearing energy blockages, selenite allows for liquid-like energy fluidity. Extremely high vibration floods your energy field with the highest vibrations of light. And then the bracelet for the month will come in here. And we get 2 stones on the bracelet. These are gorgeous. These are Udalite. And look at the plum colors. And then you also have a clear crystal, and that is a clear quartz. Udalite has developed the nickname the Stone of the Heartland due to its connection to the energies of unconditional love and its ability to root these loving energies into ourselves through thoughts, feelings, and manifestations. It's an uplifting and energizing heart stone, allowing yourself to accept and communicate love. And then the clear quartz crystal is known as the master healer and will amplify energy and thought as well as the effect of other crystals. It absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. It stimulates the immune system and brings the body into balance. And those are always a stretch bracelet. Very pretty. So that is the manifestation box with the necklace, the bracelet, and the selenite stone. The Mother Earth Wrap Club always comes with a wrap bracelet, and of course I showed you how this can double. The wrap bracelet in here will be usually at least 3 times, sometimes 4, that it will wrap, but again, you can double it as a necklace if you prefer. I love wearing the wrap bracelets. I wear one almost all the time. And this one note says, I hope this serene symbiosis bracelet helps you ground your mind, body, and soul. All right. So this one, we have a mucalite. No. Actually, I'm going to have to look up how that's pronounced because I've never heard of this one. Mucite. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. I should have looked that up ahead of time. I apologize. But it is very warm, earthy tones. I love it. Kind of some topaz and reds and creams and browns. That is very pretty. Perfect for fall as well. So this stone has energies that enrich one's trust and love for Mother Earth and all of her beauty. One will find themselves more aware of nature and life around them, as well as developing a connection with all sentient beings around us. It grounds your mind, heart, and soul down to a planetary level and helps one truly live in the moment. But again, perfect for just kind of awareness of the earth around us and nature, and especially this time of year, the fall and fall colors in nature. And then we usually get a little surprise bonus with this one. And this month we get another little palm stone, and this is in the shape of a star. That is adorable. Yeah, this one we'll be able to wrap 4 times for my arm. I'll just do it 3 just to show you, because I do have a hard time clasping it with the one hand, but that's just an idea. Of course, it'll go one more, so it'll be more snug, but I think that is gorgeous. So there's actually a special deal. Normally these are $39 per month for either one. But you can get 20% off your subscription, or even if you see something in the shop and you just want to make a purchase out of her shop, like a one-time purchase out of her shop or something in particular, you can also use the 20% off for that. My code is boxes and deals. Again, 20% off in the shop or for a subscription. On top of that, right now is the time of year for advent calendars, and Gogh Jewelry does one every year. And for a limited time, you can get your advent calendar for free with the purchase of a full year subscription for the Manifestation box. That's this one. So you would get the Manifestation box for a full year. Again, that would be $34 a month instead of $39 a month. And then for free, you would get a 26-day advent calendar. And so that usually includes some individual stones. It could be shaped ones or rough ones or palm stones, as well as necklaces, as well as bracelets. So you get all kinds of variety in there. Again, 26 days. It's a $475 value that you would be getting for free with your 1-year subscription. And these items are so giftable that even if you didn't want all of it to yourself, you can give it to a friend as an amazing gift, or anybody who likes, whether it's someone who likes jewelry, someone who likes stones and crystals, or someone who likes both. These would be amazing gifts. So, you know, it sounds like a lot to purchase for yourself, but when you think of it as you're getting 12 different pieces in the subscription, necklace, bracelet, and stone for 12 months, plus on top of that an advent calendar full of a bunch more. I don't remember how many necklaces, how many individual pieces came in last year's, but if you would like to see last year's just to see an example, She Crafty actually unboxed it, the advent calendar, last year. I will put her link of her video from last year's advent calendar in the description, as well as in the end cards, so you can see an example of last year's advent calendar, so you can get an idea of what it would include. Of course, this year's will have different pieces, but it still gives you an idea of what to expect. So that's the deal for the month. Now, on to why this box was so special to me. So those of you that have been following me for a while, or maybe had seen my announcements over the summer, I did a lot of summer traveling, but also over the last year, my mother had been dealing with cancer. She actually had ovarian cancer back in 2015. And they had done a full hysterectomy and removed everything, and they had told her, you're good to go, but they never told her that she should get checkups. And so it had been 8 years, and she went into the hospital last August, in intense pain in her abdomen, and found that she had a bowel blockage. Well, come to find out, she had a mass, a growth, on her lower intestines that had been microscopic cancer cells that had stayed in her system, in her body, and had grown and metastasized and attached to her small lower intestines. She didn't know. So all this time, over 8 years, it had been growing. She didn't know, she didn't feel it, she didn't have the symptoms, but they went ahead and did surgery and removed part of her colon and lower intestine. So we thought, great, they got it all, but she's still going to go into chemo and get that. Anything that's left would be just microscopic cells again. So she did that. She proceeded to have the chemo. We thought, okay, good. She's good to go. She's had the surgery. This time she got chemo to take care of anything that would be left. We thought she was in the clear. She finished chemo in March of this year, March 23. and then for a few months she was struggling. I'll show you pictures. She went from this robust, healthy woman. She was the healthiest woman I've ever known in my life. She was very much into health, essential oils, nature, all of that. She was very healthy, ate well, shopped at Whole Foods, just very mindful of her health. So to go from this to this in a matter of months, and just so drastic, it was heartbreaking, but we thought she was at least getting better, that she would have to recover from chemo and all of that. So at the beginning of the summer, I went to my youngest son's graduation up in Seattle, Washington. And then my mom lived in Portland, Oregon. So Nani was with me. We went to visit my mom for a few days, and we got to go to the beach, and we had a wonderful time. And the 3 generations, it was amazing. Very short-lived. Unfortunately, we couldn't stay long because we had already had planned to go to Florida as well. We have family there, also kind of aging and having some health issues and everything. So we went there, and that's when I got to meet Clara and She Crafty. So it was a wonderful, busy summer. So August 2nd, I was packing to come back home. We came home August 3rd. Early morning, I should say, on August 3rd. It was after midnight. My mom messaged me. I was packing up. My mom messaged that she found out that the cancer had metastasized to her lungs and liver, and her whole abdomen, it had metastasized. This is not the news that we were expecting. No, we couldn't believe it. She had had the chemo. The markers were going down. So this was just totally unexpected that it had metastasized, and to such an extent that it was all throughout her. And so I came home, and I was talking to my sister. I said, we need to go, because my sister lives down here in California as well. And I said, we need to go visit Mom and just have kind of a getaway with her where she can come and get away with us. She's been dealing with all of this. This would be nice to just get her kind of just a little oasis from everything. So we planned that. We called Mom. We arranged it first. Called Mom, said, we're coming. We're going to all stay in this little Airbnb together, the 3 of us, and just have some special time. We planned for 5 days. So we went up there, and on our drive up, she called us and saying that she was back in the hospital with a bowel blockage. And she had been having kind of these issues anyway, but so we just thought, okay, bowel blockage, they'll clear it up. We'll get up there, check in to our Airbnb, go to the hospital, see how everything's going. She had an appointment the next day with her oncologist, so we would be there with her for that. Everything just worked out as far as timing. And we went up there, we got there, and come to find out, my brother and his family actually happened to be in Portland as well. They were actually about to leave to go to the Midwest, but they decided, when they heard that Mom went to the hospital, they decided to stay an extra day, see how things were. And so all 3 of us were at the hospital with her. I have 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, Sarah and Matt. And so we all happened to be there with her, and all happened to be able to talk with her doctors. The next morning, her oncologist came and talked to us and said, there are no more tools in my arsenal. It has grown and metastasized. I mean, it was growing at this point aggressively and rapidly. In 1 week, one of the masses had doubled in size, for example. we just couldn't believe it. And he said, there's no more tools in my arsenal. We can't do chemo because it won't work at this point. We can't do, there was nothing left that could be done. They couldn't do surgery, you know, on the lungs, liver, and everything. So at this point, it was, we are going to make sure that she is as comfortable as she can for her last days, possibly weeks. So hospice care. I thank God every day that we all happened to be there when we were. Both my brother and all three of us, my brother and sister and I, just happened to be there at the right time. I believe God did that. And so we ended up moving to a bigger Airbnb that my brother has 6 kids. Sean brought Nani up. Sarah's man brought her daughter up. And then our other kids that were kind of spread around, like one of hers and 3 of mine were up in Washington. You know, just we all stayed in one house. There was room. It was amazing. We had the most amazing time. And my mom and her husband, they got to be with us, and then we could all just be around her. For 3 weeks, we got to be there all together, and her 3 kids and her grandkids. And I will forever be thankful for that and have those precious memories of her, because those last couple days of her life were the most horrific memories that I don't want to hold on to. I want to hold on to what time we had and how amazing that was, and all of our families got to be with her for her last few weeks. So I just want to say that for any of you dealing with any loss, whether it's family or just a loved one, a friend, my heart goes out to you, and holding on to those memories as much as you can. She goes into that here on this page. Just some good little bits. For example, there's no rush, no need to start immediately. It's okay to let the pain sink in, absorb it, and sometimes, as I say, entertain it with a bit of tea and biscuits. You know, just allow yourself time to grieve. It was easy for us to just, those last days, just stay busy, and not dwell on it. And then when I came home, it had been a long summer, and then all of that at the end, and I came home and crashed, and there was one day that I just, my entire soul burst into tears. Like, I have never cried that hard in my life. Now, my dad also passed. I also lost my dad due to cancer 15 years ago. So yes, now I'm an orphan, both parents to cancer. But I feel like for him, it was more of a gradual grieving. Whereas this just all hit me, just kind of all the years of loss and other things that I won't go into, dealing with loss in other ways as well. And then just this, my mom and I were very, very close. And again, it's just, you're not ready for that. I mean, you never are. But it just seemed so sudden. But I'm so thankful that we got to say goodbye. And I'm thankful for that time. And I will hold on to that for always. Now, we don't always get that chance. So hold on to those memories and let them hug you, let them melt you, let those tears flow, let the ache come, because it actually feels, it's like you're letting go of a weight. And there's still going to be hard days. 15 years later from my dad, I still have hard days. And now the holidays without either of them, you know? So there will always be hard days, but I'm going to always hold on to the memories, and most importantly, to know that she is with the Lord in heaven in a perfect body. She is no longer suffering, and I know that. And she had faith, and so I know where she is. So that is something that I will forever hold on to in gratitude. And I know where I'm going someday, and I will see her again. So I want to say a huge thank you to Sylvia Gogh Jewelry. By the way, she hand makes all these pieces. So she sent me this box. She knew that I was out of town and what was happening, but she said, I know that you may not be able to get to filming this box, sharing it. Usually she'll send them to me free for review, but I want to send it to you anyway because of the theme dealing with loss. So just that she thought of me and sent it to me, even though she thought, I might not post it. I want to give her a huge thank you. Thank you, Sylvia, for your kind words and thoughts. And of course, I wanted to share it with you all. And it was kind of that's why I wanted to do it with my updates, just to let you know what was happening. But it was kind of fitting. So I did it all in one. Once again, thank you, Sylvia. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and if you've had to deal with loss as well. And I reach out with a hug to you all. I love you all. I thank you for watching this. I did not mean it to be heavy, but sometimes, again, it's healing to allow yourself that grief. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you. If you're not subscribed to me and you're new to my channel, it's usually way more lighthearted. But again, I know many of you can relate, so I grieve with you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.